Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with a little bit of Power Rangers news. Man, it's been a whole 2 days since I had Power Rangers news to go over. I've been going through withdrawals, but this is just kind of a quick new bit at a look at some new original US Ranger creations we got that are coming from the comic, because we got our look at the issue 39 or some of the issue 9 variants, which gave us a look at what is essentially a whole team of Solar Rangers. And if you look at them closer, you can tell that they're basically the Beyond the Grid team. It's not suddenly that Solar Ranger has a bunch of BFFs that come out of space, because that wouldn't make any sense, because her whole story is about making friends anyway. But yeah, you can tell that they're obviously the Beyond the Grid team based on the color, some of the suit design influences, like you can see the collar on pink and stuff like that, Magna Defender's general helmet shape. It seems like they might be power-ups. I'm curious, like the description doesn't give me enough to say for sure, but I feel like it could either be straight up power up, like they would morph into their regular suits and then power up like that, or it could be like, because their powers are so, spotty in, Beyond the Grid, because there's no proper morphing grid outside of the Solar X energy, that maybe like the Solar X will be used to create new powers that combine like their connection to the morphing grid with the Solar X energy, so it's kind of like a new power based off of a fusion. Or they could just be straight up powers that just look similar to indicate who they are. But I think it's super cool. I'm always excited to see original US Rangers, and I like the Solar Ranger design, and I really like the looks of these. I mean, based on the image we have, you can only see them in this one image right now, just raising their hands up. Probably after this recording, there'll be like in-depth little individual profiles or something, with my luck. But I'm looking forward to getting a better look at them all individually so you can see them. But I think the idea behind them is pretty cool. We also got to look at some other covers and stuff, like there's a Beast Morphers one, Go-Go has a really cool Iron Giant one. But I'll be interested to see how these are used. It kind of reminds me of the way that I was gonna say in the original MMPR comic, it's the same one, but back in the early days when they had that story when they used the Green Ranger powers to like fuel the other Rangers' powers when they were having troubles, so they had like the green versions of the costumes, and same thing with MMPR Pink when they used Kim's powers / the Sword of Light to create the MMPR Pink version of the powers, so it could be similar to that. I think it's super cool, not only just because of what I said just now, of why I like it, but I originally had these ideas about like what would happen to Beyond the Grid team like after Beyond the Grid. I don't think this will necessarily tie into it, but we don't know like how the post-Shattered Grid universe was reconstructed, and I previously had a theory about like what if once Shattered Grid was fixed, that when the Beyond the Grid team comes back to like the main universe or the main multiverse, they find that like there is a Tanya, there is a Mike, there is a Heckle already there, and they're kind of like time remnants now. They're like leftovers from a forgotten timeline, and so they're, they don't have a place anymore. And so I thought it would be cool if they kind of, became their own little rogue team that went around and helped out since they had no place. And if they all have their own new powers now, that could be plausible. Like maybe they would go around our multiverse, maybe they would stay in this universe and help it repair, maybe they would travel all over with these new powers. Again, this is kind of just my general like fanficky ideas, but I think it's cool to sort of unite this team under a kind of a similar banner after what they've been through. And when I first saw that, I thought of that idea that I originally had. Who knows how it'll pan out. I've said before in previous videos, but Beyond the Grid's been kind of spotty for me, but I think it's got a lot of really cool ideas. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing these suits implemented and seeing how exactly Beyond the Grid ends, because it will be interesting to see where these Rangers end up now that we know we're going to be diving into a post-Shattered Grid world. But anyway, that's about it for this one. I will keep you updated if anything else new or exciting happens. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for all my Power Rangers news and toy reviews. Dawson Ryder, signing out.